Some fathers are beside their kids at the kitchen table. Some are behind bars watching from a distance, and too many children are growing up without the guidance they need. That's where one program steps in. The Public Bridge Corporation takes youth inside Folsom Prison, not to shame them, but to help them understand the weight of a wrong turn. Here to tell us more, we have Edric Brown, founder of the Public Bridge Corporation. Edric, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so first off, take us inside the youth diversion tour. What actually happens when young people walk through the gates of Folsom Prison?
So it actually starts before they walk through the gates. It starts when they wake up because there's a process to get them qualified to go through here.
Yeah.
And so when they wake up, they have to confront the realities of they're going to be in prison today. So we get them to a location. I give them some instructions. Hey, everybody, just be strong and let's get them to the prison. And once they go into the prison, you see a real reality shift.
Yeah.
That's when the music is combated. That's when the video games is combated. That's when the movies are combated. This is real life, and it really transfers when they put on that burgundy jumpsuit. That's when all reality settles in, and some impressive to see because that's when they're most susceptible to knowledge and information.
And I like that you mentioned it's important to understand the mentality just from the beginning of the day, not when you walk into the program, but from the very beginning. And then comes, I understand, the healing circle. So with parents and kids in the same room, walk us through what that is exactly.
It's a magical moment where the parents could see their kids come and sit down and be transparent. They were just hit with a real life situation that you cannot duplicate.
Yeah.
So they're very honest, they're transparent, and then I ask them, how was that experience? And they give us their experience. And then the mother and the father that are there get the opportunity to even voice how they felt by allowing their child to go through this process. So what we see is just raw, uncut emotion and the bridge from the parent not being able to communicate with their child, finally being able to hear that child in the purest essence.
Yeah, and I can hear your passion just talking about this program.
Yes.
So tell us about your journey from inmate to mentor and what led you to what you're doing now.
I'm very ashamed of my prior me, but I did what I needed to do to become the best version of me. While I was incarcerated, my journey started then. I became a mentor then. I realized that a lot of people making the negative choices, and I was one of them. But in order for me to see the world to be what I wanted to be, I had to be the one to change it. So I started being the person that I always wanted to be, and I started mentoring all the people. I seen guys getting 115s go to getting AAs and psychology, all because we were teaching programs that rewired the way they thought. That's the solution. You got to get into their heads and rewire the way they think. You can't hold a carrot over someone's head and say, if you do better, you're going to get this. That's already understood. Once you rewire the way these kids are thinking, the way these people are thinking, then they start making choices that align with whatever they're reaching for.
Wow. What's been the response from parents and even the youth when they do participate in your program? What do they say afterwards?
Gratitude is just so much profound moments where the mother told me, finally I was able to hug my child. She hadn't hugged her child in a year prior to this program, and that vulnerability that he felt by going through this process allowed him open just to hug his mother, and we all witnessed it. It was one of those round of a moment moments, and it was a surreal moment for me because I can't even hug my mother. So that's what really touches me in this process is every time I see my mother, she's in a hospital bed, she doesn't know my name, but every time I see the outcome where one of these youth get to have that moment with their mother, I live through that moment.
Wow. Edric, I have to ask you, I mean, when people go through what you go through, they're able to change themselves and say, great, I've done it. But you're really taking it a step further and saying, I want to make sure that I'm impacting others around me. Why was that so important for you to do?
Because I realized that if I had me when I was 18 years old, I would have never committed the crime that I committed. If I had somebody that I could talk to that would have gave me a genuine response, not glorifying their lifestyle, but say, hey, you're going to do 23 years in prison. You're going to see your mother at her best right now and her worst when you get out. You're going to miss everything, all your classmates, all your friends, all of that's going to be sacrificed if you make this one decision. I was never told that. I learned the hard way. I was the sacrifice. And now I'm letting everyone know through my trials and tribulations, you don't have to go down that journey. I did. I'm here to tell you it's not the right way.
Edric, thank you for all that you do. You're making such an impact. Just your story alone, you can hear the passion. I'm thankful for you coming on this show.
Thank you.
But thank you again for just making sure that others are learning what you've learned and what you're creating for them to understand everything. Really appreciate it. Yeah. Well, I'm going to let our viewers know where they can go for a little bit more information. Every kid deserves guidance. To learn more about the guiding power of hard-earned lessons, head to thepublicbridge.com.